Today, we spotlight a partner of ours, USI Northwest. I'm joined by Kevin Schwerwin, Shalom Sanila, and Ryan Douglas. Gentlemen, please introduce yourself and give us a little bit about your sports background and what led you to the broker side.
I was a college athlete in football and then switched to rugby and ended up playing professional rugby for about 5 years and for the national team and then 2 World Cups. Obviously, huge passion for sport and started getting involved in sport-specific insurance and risk management as I understood the business more and found that we could support that industry specifically.
Close to 10 years of experience in the international rugby scene, a few World Cups, Pan Am Games, and sort of wrapped things up as an Olympic member in 2016. I got into USI, the brokerage side of things, just through the curiosity of, I would volunteer throughout my career as well. So working philanthropic, and I've always known it was sort of like the top 3 expense items. And again, that curiosity led to, meeting folks like Kevin and USI and the way they look at risk management. And I've always known that this will be a really meaningful way to give back to sports organizations moving forward.
22 years in the business, it's the only true industry that I know right out of college.
What other opportunities have you seen with your background in sports?
We went through injuries, we went through the claims, and we understood what that process was, and it was like, how can we make this better? If we look at the impact of the insurance experience, how to get a certificate of insurance, the impact of how to manage a claim and how to handle a claim. It's about the membership experience, the actual limits and deductibles. And, it's about the membership experience. And so if you're analyzing your data and your process and everything about that, then you end up making huge waves into supporting an organization that is also about the member.
What do you see about this side of things with USI that's unique to you versus other lines of insurance?
Unfortunately, our industry for a long time pushed price. We're so fortunate in our Seattle office to have, close to 400 employees, which allows us to build a really robust resource network. If we weren't somewhere where we had that sort of bandwidth, I think we would be like everyone else. We'd have to be reactive to price. And then we're just shopping price. And how do you differentiate yourself there? I really want to be somewhere where we're seen as a strategic partner, as part of the back office of our clientele and prospective clients. And I think that they see that more than anything, that we truly become, a member of their back office.
Yeah, at first, for us, it's about understanding that each organizations have their own different operational structures and needs. And so once we sort of wrap our hands and our arms around their exposure or their insurance needs, it's about finding the customized solution that suits them. We're certainly hang our hat is at USI Sports Safe. It's sort of getting our arms around the risk management approach. I think we have a very robust and unparalleled approach to that. I think it's helping these organizations throughout a sustainable approach, a systematic approach at times. And I think that's where we're seeing the most impact throughout our clients and those that have come across our desk.
What are you most proud of in what you're doing and what USI is doing?
So as a former member, that's more resources going back into their initiatives, right? That's more, if not tools or kits or equipment or whatever those resources are. It could be internal staff time that could be dedicated back towards membership or national teams or whatever that case may be. There's no underlying, the impact to that can be huge.
How do you plan on moving into 2022 and continue to deliver that value at USI Northwest?
We really started around data and analyzing data, and that's never ending. That's probably one of the key things that we feel like most folks don't have a grasp on. When you're making decisions on how to enhance your membership benefits for, say, injuries, and you don't know how to pull one lever or another, having partners like AG, administrators, having third-party partners to develop and evolve our technology to enhance our overall process and streamline that for, again, the membership experience is key for us.
What do you see as trends in sports insurance currently?
I think the number one trend, risk management, mitigation. How do we prevent claims?
Our clients have had to be so quickly reactive to a new trend that COVID creates, but that also takes, many of the operations staff and what was, 80% of their day, if they were in risk management, was able to be dedicated to risk management or in finance or in simply operations. And now, entire operations teams are having to, dedicate themselves and their time to how do we deal with compliance around COVID. So not only did we kind of continue with this kind of general overriding messaging around loss control and loss prevention, but what small additives or what changes were necessary to cope with COVID through this as well. Many of our insurance policies have, we have to have an expected exposure for participants. We're not going to get a ton of money back if we don't meet those. So how do we continue to counsel them in like what was really a tumultuous time where it's not predictive for us, for the carriers, or for our clients?
I think it's important for organizations to have a sort of systematic approach to risk management as opposed to relying on a few tools that they've had that developed 20 years ago, for example. And so those tools can be outdated, and it's about time that we sort of help educate or re-educate our clients or future prospects on what the risk management current climate looks like.
Thank you so much for your partnership. We're grateful for the opportunity to spend some time with you today, and we look forward to writing some business with you in the future and continuing to deliver together your most unique model.